that we have here, and they are animals. Some people think they're plants and they do behave a little bit more like plants than they do animals. But if you guys have a look at them, so especially these guys just over here, you can see that it looks like they've almost got a little flower head poking out. That little flower head is the polyp, that's the individual coral animal. And each little grouping that you see here is a colony of animals. It's one group of animals that all lives and works together. So these guys do have a couple of special traits that makes them very unique. One of the things that they have is zooxanthellates. The zooxanthellates are a special type of algae. It's what gives our corals their beautiful colours, and it's also how they get the majority of their food. So corals work with the zooxanthellates, and that algae is able to take the lovely light that you see above you and turn it into sugars through photosynthesis. So corals get about 70 to 90% of their food from sugars. So they're eating quite a lot of sugar all day, every day. They don't really use it for running around, for lots of energy or anything like that. Instead, they're using it to grow. These guys are very, very slow growers. Some of our corals grow as little as 3 centimetres per year. Oh. Some of them are a little bit faster. Just behind you, we've got some of our branching corals. They look a little bit more like trees growing out. Some of those grow so fast that we actually have to cut them back in our aquariums. Yes? Some of them grow as little as 3 centimetres per year.
3 centimetres.
So about that much every year.
Oh,
So incredibly slow growing. Some of them do grow a little bit faster. Our branching corals grow noticeably quicker. Now the good thing about these guys being a colony animal is when we do have to cut them back, or if we just want to reproduce them, it's not damaging the coral. We actually just take a small piece of that colony and bring them here into these tanks. That's why we call these our frag tanks. They're fragments of coral. That's how we're growing our new corals. So this is how we are able to have new exhibits when we want to put more corals on display. It means if we have any of our corals damaged in a way, we're able to replace them. And it does mean that we have lovely corals for you guys to look at today. Do you guys have any questions about the corals?
This one move.
So that one just there, that's actually a snail just there. So we do have a couple of snails and a couple of fish inside these tanks. The fish and the snails usually hang out down the bottom, but they sometimes come up the top. They're part of our cleaning crew. So having a great diversity in our tanks is not only so they look beautiful and we can educate people about the ocean, it also helps us, the staff who have to look after these animals. Our lovely fish and snails are hard at work keeping the tank nice and clean. And because those corals do need the light in order to photosynthesize, if anything grows on top of the corals and blocks out that light, it's incredibly bad for the coral. Essentially, they're going to starve. So it's very important that the fish come along, they pick at all those little bits that are growing on top of them. Now, of course, our staff do come in here and clean these tanks very, very regularly. But the fish are here 24/7. They help us to keep on top of it. So very much appreciate our little fishy friends here. So we've got some beautiful corals down here, but we've got some even